Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fachri Asri, and in this video we will delve into the fascinating world of clause in English grammar. Today I will be discussing three main types of clause. The first one is noun clause, and the second is adjective clause and adverbial clause. Where I will explore what each the type is, how they function in sentence, and the key difference between them. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how to use this clause effectively in your writing and speech. Let's get started. Okay, for definition of noun clause, a noun clause is a subordinate clause that functions as a noun in a sentence. This means the clause can act as the subject, object, or complement of the sentence. For the explanation, like any other noun, a noun clause can be used in various positions in a sentence. Noun clause help express more complex ideas in a single unit. Then for the structure of noun clause, the first one is introductory word. This is optional. A noun clause may begin with that what, who, whom, where, why, whether, how, or if. And the second one is subject plus verb. The noun clause includes as a subject and verb. And then for the types, the first one is subject noun clause, act as the subject of the sentence. The second one is object noun clause, act as the object of a verb or preposition. And the third is complement noun clause, completes the meaning of a subject or object, often follows linking verbs like is, seems, or becomes. And the last one is noun clause as the object of preposition, follows a preposition and acts as its object, follows a preposition and acts as its object. And next is function. Can function as the subject of a sentence, can be direct object of a verb, can serve as the object of preposition, can act as a subject complement, and can also serve as an appositive. The example noun clause is maybe I don't know what he is thinking. Example explanation is in this sentence, the clause what he is thinking is a noun clause. It functions as the direct object of the verb know, explaining what the speaker does not know. And then what she said surprised everyone. Here the clause what she said functions as the subject of the sentence and is a noun clause. Okay, let's next for the adjective clause. For definition, an adjective clause is a subordinate clause that functions as an adjective, meaning it modifies a noun or pronoun in the main clause. For the explanation, adjective clause often begin with relative pronouns like who, whom, whose, which, or that. This clause provides additional information about the noun in the main clause. And next is the function from adjective clause. Adjective clause modify a noun or pronoun in a sentence. They describe more about who or what is being discussed. And the last one is typically they provide extra detail about the noun. And the last one for the example of adjective clause is the book that I borrowed is very interesting. In this sentence, the clause that I borrowed is an adjective clause. It modifies the noun, the book, giving additional information about the book being discussed. And then she is the woman who helped me last week. The clause who helped me last week is an adjective clause that describes the noun, the woman, providing more details about who she is. And the last one topic will be discussed is adverbial clause. For definition, an adverbial clause is a subordinate clause that functions as an adverb. It modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb and explains when, where, why, or how something happens. And for the explanation, adverbial clause often begin with subordinating conjunction like when, because, if, although, since, and others. These clauses give additional context to the action or condition in the main clause. For the function, provides information about time, place, reason, manner, condition, or purpose of an action, and then explains how something happens or under what conditions. This one is for example of adverbial clause is we will leave when the rain stops. In this sentence, the clause when the rain stops is an adverbial clause that explains when the action leave will happen. The clause provides additional information about the timing of the departure. So now we've learned about the three main types of clause: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverbial clause. Each of these clauses has a different role in a sentence. A noun clause functions as a noun, an adjective clause functions as an adjective, and an adverbial clause functions as an verb. By understanding the difference and function of this clause, we can create more informative and complex sentence. In closing, before that I would like to say many thanks to all my friends who helped me, and especially to Madina Yulbarisa. I am very grateful for teaching me to use Canva, helping me make mind maps, and making me a background for my video. Again, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.